Good evening, everybody. It is Monday night, my friends, and I'm back, and we're doing some coding tonight, as we do. And yeah, I have to schedule, put the schedule out there again. But it's kind of a normal schedule this week. So yeah, we're back to doing some coding on Monday night. And we're in the midst of reworking the alerts / accounts stuff now. We're trying to introduce accounts into the mix and have them linked together, and I need to be able to sort of access all of that information at once here, and so I'm kind of tearing some connections apart and rebuilding them to try to integrate all this stuff now, and then with the goal of getting us to a point where we can actually start processing some events and some alerts from Twitch. So hopefully be sooner rather than later. I don't know that we'll get that far tonight or not, because we're gonna have to, like I said, we have to do some rework here with what we've got. But this is the way things go, right? You build the smallest possible piece, you get that working, and then when you start to integrate more stuff on top of it, you start to refactor and just try to get things to a point where they make some semblance of sense, hopefully. And my original thought was that, you'd copy an event from one service to the next. So if you want the same event to happen on YouTube and on Twitch, you would copy it between the two, and each alert would be tailored just to the particular service that it's coming from. And the more I think about that, the more I feel like, hey, that's kind of that's not ideal from a user perspective, but B, it may be unnecessary for our purposes, because at the end of the day, the alerts are still accomplishing the same thing. It's just that they're coming from different sources. So, there's nothing that says you can't have a different alert for one service versus the other, but I think it would be a very good thing to support cross-service alerts, like right out of the box. Be like, all right, you want you want a new subscriber alert kind of thing. This is what that means across each platform. Now, the big problem there right now is that for something like a subscriber alert, for instance, subscriber means something different between YouTube and Twitch. They both have the concepts of subscribers, but they're both different. Subscriber on YouTube is essentially a follower, right? So, there's going to be, I'm going to have to take extra steps to kind of smooth over some of that difference in terminology. So, for instance, if you wanted to have the same alert for followers on Twitch and on YouTube, you would do a follower alert, even though it's called a subscriber on YouTube. And I would just have to make sure that that's understood in the way it's kind of presented to the the streamer as they're trying to set up their alerts, kind of thing. So I might do something like, you know, when I say subscriber, I'll say like paid subscriber, to kind of drive home that it's a different concept. Which also means that I think I have a separate thing for member versus a subscriber. And I think both of those are, at the end of the day, a similar concept. You know, like you've got subscriber tiers on Twitch, and you've got membership on YouTube. I don't know if there's tiers of membership on YouTube. I just know there's membership you can offer. So I would probably handle it such that, you know, a membership event on YouTube would be akin to a subscriber tier 1 on Twitch, say. And then that alert would then be homogenized, I guess, between the two, even though I would still give you the option to do them separate as well. I can see this could cause some confusion along the way, and it's definitely going to be something it's going to be something a little bit challenging for me from a UI perspective, because I have to make sure that the options I'm presenting you when you're editing an alert and stuff like that make sense across services, or make sense based on the services you have selected, maybe, you know. So we'll cross that bridge as we come to it. Right now we're worried particularly about Twitch, and then we'll just kind of, the next integration we're going to do will be YouTube. I think though, before I do the YouTube integration, I want to get the launcher and the installer together, you know, so that because it's early enough now that getting those in place should be, it's not, the word's not easy. I was going to say easy, but that's not really the correct word. It's going to be, it'll be, it's early enough now that I can see if we run into a problem that is insurmountable, then I haven't gone down the path of, like, I don't have as much code at stake, as much code to lose, I guess, at that point. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I definitely, it is a big challenge. I want to make sure that I can do what I need to do with that. That is very important. But at the same time, it's very important to make sure that I can actually integrate with something. You know, YouTube, I've done a little bit of like stuff with YouTube in the past. You know, so I know they have Java libraries. I know Google has a Java library you can use, and I've used it a little bit in the past. But it's as with most things, it comes with its own set of challenges. So I just want to kind of, but I feel like that's something that can definitely go on top of everything else. You know, I don't want to go too far. Like the installer and the launcher are fundamental, and they're important. And they, you know, the integration with at least one service, i.e. Twitch, is important. Everything. Additional services on top of that are also important for the MVP, but it's important to, before I do that second integration with another service, that I've got a foundation in place that can support that. Like, I want to do it early enough that I can make foundational changes if needed to support both of them, but not so late that that becomes a big under, you know what I mean? So it's kind of where I'm at with that stuff right now. And I also purposely picked the Twitch integration first. I could have done the YouTube integration first, but I purposely picked the Twitch integration first because I don't have any experience doing the Twitch integration. So I knew it would take a little bit longer, and I would have to kind of try to wrap my head around the library and all that stuff. So that's kind of, that was my reasoning for doing that first as well. All that said, right now we're in the midst of refactoring and re-architecting the way we handle the settings page. Going to be super broken right now. One of the things we need on there is we definitely have the settings with the assets, and we have that all set up here. This is for the edit page, but also for the edit page we're going to need to know what services we're linked to. So what I'm trying to figure out right now by staring at the screen is how best to bring the account stuff into this. I think whenever we need the settings and the assets, we'll probably also need or want the account information that it's linked to. So I'm thinking of just kind of stuffing it into here. Private list account. Yeah. Oh. I have another sneeze coming. No, maybe not. that one caught me by surprise. List account. So we'll do this. Can I make it part of the constructor? I don't think so. Excuse me. Now I'm yawning. Jesus, everything. What I am going to do is I'm going to make a empty array list, because there will be a situation where you could have an event, but you haven't actually linked it to any account. So we'll do that. That way we're always dealing with empty and not null. And then I think I'm just going to make that a getter and setter. Rather than make it part of the constructor. Because there may be a situation where we don't care, and this will allow us to handle that. Have that. So then wherever we do I call this where? Yes, all that once. How about, oh, don't do that. there's no reason for me to have a no. I'm gonna private. Actually, I don't even need to private it. I can just get rid of it. I don't think there's a. I did. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any reference to it, so I think we need to worry about that. Okay. So that's good. So then this is in the map, right? Map row. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That pulls the settings in. Okay. Then with that, I think I have the service here. And I think what I'm going to do is say public. Wait, what is the kernel list? No, it just returns one. Okay. So I want to do public alert settings asset hit settings for me. Yeah, what the hell is it doing here? What, I don't know what daydreaming about there, but settings with assets. You know what? I'll just call this assets. And yeah. And then we can go to is that correct? From accounts, interjoin account alert settings, accounts ID, the alert ID. Yep, that'll do that. Then we okay. So that's a thing. And then over here, track down who's calling this. Okay, we got two guys calling this. View alert contents and get settings. Get alert settings. Oh, alert setting services. So the view controller here. So we'll switch this over to using service. Private alert. Service. Right, and do things service, things with assets and accounts. Cool. And then is PO being used now? No. Let's that. Okay, that's pretty alert view. But then I need. It's not get it to do, right? So alert settings roller. Roller. Yeah, settings DAO. Who's reference? Right, delete. Fine. Edit. Things row. That's going to need to be more than that. Going to need everything really at this point. Settings model. Alert settings row. Let's see, that's doing the that's wrong. Like I added this stuff in here, but that's not retrieving any of that, so that's actually incorrect. So all right, that no the alert settings with ask, and then this through the service here, which I have to. Oh, I have the alert settings service on there already. Good. Service. Oh. And then that brings things with assets in. Build model object. He's the only one that calls it. All right, so we're going to change this. So, asset. And then in the model here, nope. I don't have service anymore, really. I have account. The private. This. Nope. Nope. All right, and then these. Source, generate getters and setters, and generate save that. here. Wasn't actually setting the service on here. That's kind of weird. Or, oh, you know what? I probably was, and I deleted it while we were doing something. Anyway, things model. So we'll do model dot set count product count. That. Come back to here. That goes into the model, so we're good there. Let's change the page, but least of our worries at the moment. Service types is still valid. No. Yes and no. I'll still need the names of the services there for visual reference, but in reality, you're going to be linking it to accounts now, not to services. I mean, you will be linking it to services, but it'll be through an account that you've linked to the service. An account that you've logged into via the app. So that would be... I can still put the service types on the page, but we'll probably not be showing them except as a consequence of something else. Or maybe I'll be using them like internally to know what options to present or something to that effect. It'll be less prominent one way or the other. I'll just keep it in the model for now because it's not hurting anything. Constant service type. Yeah, we have that whole macro that shows different types of things you can do based on what you have linked. That's going to be interesting because we have a bit of a we have a bit of a chicken and egg situation. Because if they come onto the service page or really onto the edit page or even onto the create page, but mostly on the edit page, and the alert is not associated with any account, we're not going to know what service to present options for. You know, like membership versus subscriber and all that stuff. Which means I need a common nomenclature, which is what we were kind of driving at earlier. That also means there's going to be service specific stuff that I need to trigger options for based on you linking to a particular account. So for instance, subscribers on Twitch. So I can have a common category called paid subscriber, we'll say, because I think that makes a good category name, because that could also mean like Patreon or something like that if we really wanted to go down the rabbit hole. We'll have like an event that's like paid subscriber. On Twitch, so on YouTube, that would be like a membership, so that's fine. And I don't think there's membership level. There might be membership levels, and this might be another point of thing that I have to look at. But on Twitch, at least, you've got 3 tiers of subscribers. Well, 4 really if you count Prime subscribers. So you really got 4 tiers of subscribers. You got Prime subscriptions, Tier 1, which I think is $6 now, Tier 2 and Tier 3. And for those who are paying at like the Tier 2 and Tier 3 levels, it's really important that you have the ability to give an extra, I don't know, shout out or whatever, or have like a different sounder for those things, because I know other bots allow you to do that. So it's important that I support that. The thing is, that's a Twitch thing. And I won't know that I need to show those options for different tiers until you've actually linked an account, or until you've actually selected an account to link your event to. And if that account that you've linked to is a Twitch account, then I have to present you with a tier option. Like, what tier do you want this event to apply to? I won't be able to do it ahead of time because I won't know. Which is going to probably be a little bit confusing for the user. And it's going to be a limitation if you're trying to set up your event. If you're trying to set up your events prior to linking any account, you can create the events and stuff, but then you'll have to go back and re-edit them after you've linked an account in order to, I mean, you would have to do it anyway to link it to an account, but then you'd also have additional options given to you at that point, which I guess is not a big deal, but let me think. So did I ever get balsamic to work on here? I don't think I got here. I had something else that was it and open this up and have a little bit of a visual here. The side's open. Hello? Hence, are you here? Are you with us? There it is. Weird. Okay. We have like a menu. There's something that good for web stuff. Linux, web, GUI, design. Oh, Figma. What is hand tools? Editor. This is your interface. Okay. Not exactly. That's more than I'm looking for. I'm looking for a glorified paint. Input. Draw before. I'd like. I want offline. Universal UI. Line chart, checkbox check, group. The page frames. So, try to get in there, but can I don't want to do it online. I want to want to do it locally. Plus, I have a feeling that's a paid thing. I don't. What's a skilled? Man, another online thing. What? Oh, geez. All right. Find. Oh, these are both LinkedIn links? What the frig? Okay. Self-host. Oh, Docker. Yeah, this is more than more than I really need. I don't know why it's so hard to find. Like, can I just do Linux? Alternative to Balsamic mockup. Mock-up. Next in RP pockets. Okay. Vector, looks online. I don't want. Is this the going to UX 10. All right, all that. Okay. Try free. Is there a free version? Free would be great. UI design, UX design. Essentials, 20 prototypes. $6 per editor per month. So, About a one-time fee. How does that? That'll be swell. Here's balsamic. I use plenty of, and it's good. It just doesn't really. Trying to get it to work on Linux has been a problem. I wonder if they've got a better way of doing it on Linux now. We do not support Linux. Okay. Wireframes, assign wireframes for desktop on most Linux distros using Flatpak. I have this set up thing. Although I had it in bottle. Yeah, balsamic wireframes. Did I ever get? Did I not get this? Did I not have this working? Yeah, I don't think I ever got it. Did not. I think that was the problem. I think it failed. Well, I can't really tell here. Google. Access the file screen where you want to launch execute and press on browse. Please. File screen where you want to press on browse. I don't even. GUI doesn't even look anything like what I'm looking at. Command line, maybe? Okay. The program section for the sidebar and add a new program. Here we go. Oh wait, that's cast magic. That's not what I wanted. I think it goes under users. App data. Okay. Those are Windows installer things, but it's not happy about it. Let me see over here. Brand new bottle with Snow 70-9 runner. All for all users. Windows. What if instead of the installer, if I just download the try that one. I won't tell me this. Do this filter. Do where are we? 7.5 for that. Aha! That's working. Alright. All users. Or fine. Right. That's oh, okay, good. Now it's showing up here. So can I add a shortcut? Oh no. Add to Steam. Oh, that's okay. Add desktop entry. Well, on my desktop. I wonder if that actually put it on my. Kind of curious. No. I didn't think it would. I was just kind of curious there. I do at the library. Okay. I mean, that's a little bit easier. Okay. Not too bad. All right, this I could work with. Because I have a key for this thing. For myself. If I can dig up the key. Hey, Just T, welcome. Let me see if I can dig up. Cool. Like that. Here. I just for a quick second here. And cool. All right, that's now registered. All right, awesome. All right, did it. This is good because this has got the tools that are a little bit more on par with what we're trying to do. A little bit fuzzy, but that's okay. So we have on the settings page, we have cleaner, angle it. Takes up about that much, and this is our menu. Okay, our menu items there. And then we've got the various editing panels. So, buttons. Yep. Here we go. So I've got right now at the top we've got the service picker, and then underneath of it the event type. So what we're going to need now is we're going to need event type. There's hello. Text label automatically with it, but this will be events. All right, and then here So do that. And bigger. Sure. All right. We'll still have the type of event that you're doing. And it'll be something like follower yeah, follower cyber. Wait, am I doing this right? Options going up here. And then okay. It'll be not even really gonna be subscriber. It's gonna be like something like that, and then there's gonna have to be an account pick. So let me stay up here. And would it be? I guess it would just be a multi-select. Move a checkbox group there. I guess it's close enough. Let's put like a thing here. Okay. Yeah. Count one. Count two, something like that. And then those events, well, these events will have to be static for the most part. Although there will be things that I guess are unique to both, but to figure out what that's going to mean. But for right now, we'll worry about the ones that are common concepts between the services. And then we've got our different settings about the text and stuff. So we have, you know, this and then All right. Wider. And then color and all that, color picker and all those other settings. The image, which we have as a button right now. But I'd like to, I mean, now that I'm bringing down the asset and all that stuff onto this edit page, I can display it on there, which was the other part I wanted to do, display the image or the sound on this page, so you can just see it without having to go into the picker to change it. That's one thing. Okay, so then we'd have like additional stuff underneath of it. Basically the stuff we have now, then some. And I've got the save and save and cancel. We have it on there. All right. Yeah, I just have to have a common set of common like parent set of event type comes down to right now, instead of having, and then I mean there's gonna be cases where we have specific ones. I think that's gonna be inevitable. And that will just have to be, you just won't see those until you select an account. It's gonna, you won't be able to, I guess, well, I get, no, I could show them, but then what'll happen is they'll have to if you select one that's like a YouTube only thing, then it's got to come up here and refresh this list of accounts that you can pick. Only show ones for YouTube, or at least I guess it can show all the accounts, but then it'll have to maybe it'll gray out the ones that aren't applicable to it. Of course, this is an edit page, which means if you then selected something that you already had an account associated with Twitch, then I'd have to put like a warning here or something like this is not going to work, kind of thing. I mean, I could automatically unclick them, but I need something a little less subtle, or maybe I would just pop up a whole message up here to be like, you know, like a warning message to say, hey, you're not going to be able to save this until you fix it. And then I'll like disable the save button. I think I'll do that. Like I'll pop up a warning message and then I'll disable the save button until you actually fix the problem. Yeah, that would probably be the best way of doing that, because then, you know, you're not leaving something in an invalid state anyway. Okay, so then that means over here our service. well, not service type. Last. But that's still. Problem here is yeah, this is a real the real issue is this different services call and different things, and so it's going to always be confusing when someone comes onto this page do something because they're bound to click the wrong thing, which doesn't apply to what they're trying to do. So, and then you got things like bits, which are just switch specific, and then the different tiers. I mean, all those can be combined into one thing. It's just that like, how do I give you? I guess there's gonna have to be like another control on the page, and it give you the ability to customize for each if you want to. Because I know people are going to want to. The subscriber streak, probably not. That one I can probably integrate with the regular subscribe. I don't think that needs to be a separate thing. Although it might be interesting to, have it be able to say, like, if it's someone who subscribed for a certain number of months, maybe there's a different alert or something. But we can definitely call this down. Okay. Real quick, I wanna stand up and stretch for a minute or two here. So let me just stand up and kind of stretch my limbs, and then I will be right back, friends. Okay, I'm back. And, yeah, like I gotta destroy another bot here. It looks like AutoMod is actually working really well here. It's stopping stuff before it, comes through, which is definitely a thing. But we're going to go the extra mile and report. And we're going to say spam scams are bots. Say bot. Selling. Lock them. Bam. There we go. Alright. Another bot bites dust. Oh. Now where's my cursor? Here it is. So what I think what's going to happen is I think we're gonna have a button here that's something like add here, right? And that will in turn make more of be like this, and then this, right? To be like time and two, but and then those will be here. Comment. These will be add here button, add more text fields for subscriber here, with only. Right. And then there additionally would be like YouTube specific things. Why can't I copy paste? Click off it. There we go. Paste. There we go. This each setting can have section based on the from this services attached the selected account. Okay. Gonna do that. Do that. That's good. It's gonna be really complicated, but that's kind of what we're going to have to do. At some point, I'm not gonna dig into it too much right now. I just kind of want to get the basics of the page working. But the thing we're gonna have to do here is we're gonna have to say the follow would be both services, which is YouTube. Subscribe would just be Twitch. Oops. And that will get rid of the Prime Tier 2, Tier 3, and the Street, and membership. Yeah, actually, that's true. This would also be Subscribe would also include membership. So I'd have to do this here. Would be follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. Would be subscribe on Twitch, membership on YouTube. Membership here. And highlight a message. We'll see on that one, but we'll keep that the way that is right now. That kind of culls the list down a little. Comments up so I don't. Here with looks like here so I can see it a little bit easier. Okay. So consolidate those a little bit. Have those. Um, wait, settings. It's going to be a little bit tricky because if they update their accounts, I need to update those in the build settings. Settings row. Settings. Okay, those are okay. Is this the only thing? Is there another thing that refers to this? Save new. So I need a build. Not really. I can just do. Because I'm doing a list of accounts. I have the account populated. Theoretically, that true. No, because you're not updating the account settings from this page. That's just a read-only thing. You're really just updating the IDs of the account. Yeah, you're really just reading the IDs of the accounts. Oh man, this refactoring is, there's a lot. Now, the deeper I get into it, the more I realize how much it kind of fundamentally changes some things. But I think it's a good one still. Yeah. So we'll have to rework the So the model is I have the list of accounts, but you're also going to need a private list. Are they coming back? I think they're longs. So long. Associated account. It's the associated account IDs is what we'll actually write to the table, to the linking table, I mean, but not anything else. So that'll just come through, and then when I call the update, I won't go directly to the DAO to do the update. I'll jump through the service layer, which will ask for the associated account IDs, which will then call the DAO for the update, and then also call the other DAO to do an update or create a creator update, basically. Yeah. Okay. That's what we're gonna have to do there. But I kind of want to. So before I go, I want to continue with that, but I need to. I want to kind of stop with the coding for a second here. And I want to do a little bit of research on let's look at Java. I want to get some things situated with the project as well, like an idea of what I need to do going forward with it. Mods instead of artifacts command central. Open JFX called now. Okay. Lessons under GPL with the class pass exception, just like OpenJDK. So where are we at on JavaFX, Brett? So general availability of 23 will be September. We'll look at 22 here. Minimum SDK or minimum JDK of 17. Although 21 has long-term. Not as concerned about right now. So the latest version is 17, which is 2201, the version number. Support platform. 2201 is Linux, Mac, Windows. Cool. On various architectures. Although it looks like it's all 64-bit. which I think is a reasonable thing at this point. I'm not sure there's that many people rocking a 32-bit architecture anymore. So there's that. I wonder though, they have a stick here. Not for that. The version. No, there are no versions that do x86. And how about ARM 3? Nope. All right. So JavaFX is going to be only 64-bit architecture system, which I think at this point in time is reasonable. That just means that if you're trying to run this on a really old machine, you're going to be disappointed, which I think is livable, live withable, I would say. It'll piss off some Linux people, I'm sure, but it's fine. It's fine. Why is it price? Gluon. Oh, interesting. You can actually charge them. You can actually pay to have priority updates. Huh. Oh, that's what happens when they kick JavaFX out of Oracle and put up the community. What's Gluon FX? Is that the UI? Oh, an integrated suite of components that enhance JavaFX with essential features, including rich text area, maps, emoji, and more. Okay. So GPL v3, allowed for free use. Commercial license available. Yeah, that's just a way for them to inject themselves into it. What that comes down to. So, developer documentation. This is Gluon documentation. Oh, rats ass about Gluon documentation. Is that what they're? Of effect. Okay. It'll just be with the Java docs, I guess. Download. Alright, so probably using JavaFX for the front end. Although, I wonder if they've wait. I wonder if anybody picked up Java Swing when Oracle kicked it to the curb. What has happened to Swing? Because I'm pretty sure they kicked it out of the Oracle ecosystem. You have to download it separately now. Worth learning Java Swing in 2023. Swing is now deprecated. I would imagine it probably is deprecated. Yeah, it's not deprecated. Found in the JDK. Is it? I thought they modularized it. They modularized it and then kicked it to the curb, but they did everything else. User interface using CSS over acceleration. Even that would be just as wrong. Yeah, it was completely wrong. Oh, yeah, they just copied it from JavaFX. They just copied it from ChatGPT and it's wrong. Swing is hardware accelerated if you enable it. Google Apps knows no difference between graph provides. No date picker. Look and feel. And properties. Active framework. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So IntelliJ does use Swing for its UI. And I'm not looking for anything crazy either. Yeah, I think, you know what? If Swing is still in the JDK, like they say, then I might just do Swing for the front end. Because there's not really, the launcher doesn't have to do much of anything. I don't really need rich media support or anything like that for the launcher. If I was doing the whole application, I'd probably use JavaFX, maybe. But I don't have a need for that here in this particular case, because it's just like going to be a simple, plain user interface that I can make, because all it has to do is launch the server. Maybe I'll have like a console log in there or something, maybe, and that's a big maybe. Yeah, or not even a console log. The following the Magenta Breeze log or whatever, and just showing stuff from that. So yeah, I think we're not going to do JavaFX. I'm a little bit concerned that Gluon took JavaFX and is putting its tendrils in there. A little bit, just slightly concerned, just ever so slightly concerned. Although they do have it, they do have OpenJFX.io here. Interesting. Non-modular project using IDE tools to build it and run it. Non-modular with Maven or modular with Maven. Right from archetype. Okay. Archetype. NoFX version. Maybe I'll do it if it's, yeah, maybe if I stick OpenJFX, it'll be better. Yeah, actually, you know what? It's still going to have the problem of it's only going to work on 64-bit systems, which would be the only thing that would, right now, that's kind of restricting that. So maybe it would be better for me. It's such a simple little thing that I'm doing. It'd probably be better to just do it in Swing, and then that way it's compatible 32-bit systems as well. Because it would be the only thing, like if I did it in JavaFX, that would be the only thing preventing it from, you know, being on a 32-bit system at this point, I think, pretty much. So yeah, I think we'll go with Swing instead. If I was doing anything more complicated with the UI, with the launcher, I would probably do that. I think we're fine right now. So that solves that, sort of. The other thing is the Java. And just set up. How long ago was it? 11 years? Alright. All for J. For JDK 13 or above, you can package any Java program along with runtime by using the default packaging tool called JPack. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've never used JPackage before. I think I've looked at install for J once before. Tool. Browser manufacturers. NSIS. Yeah, there's also the NSIS one. Advanced installer. Launch for J is another one. Yeah. So, I think Launch for J is one that I had previously investigated but never really looked at with JPack. Custom icon. Install the application from a specific location. Specify JVM options. File associations to launch the application. Launch the application. Multiple launchers. Find the bundle. This is eliminate the need for users. Java runtime 1 is packaged with your applications. The packaging tool generates a runtime image based on the packages or modules that your application needs. No runtime images past the packaging tool, then JPackage uses the JLink tool to create a runtime for the application. Runtime images created by the packaging tool do not contain debug symbols, the usual JDK commands, man pages, or runtime image contains the same set of JDK modules that are provided across the additional modules. Okay. Packaging. Requirement. JVM options, file associations, add launchers, find application pack. JVM options, file associations, launchers, manage installation. Include a license, set the installation directory, create shortcut, add the application to a menu, launch accounts. License file, create a shortcut, create when users install your application, use the Linux shortcut or Win shortcut option when you package your application to show custom icon for your application using icon. Shortcuts are supported for Linux and Windows platforms. If you don't provide an icon, a default icon is used. If you provide a custom icon on Linux, shortcut is automatically created and the Linux shortcut option is not needed. Custom icons may be in a format that must be in a format that meets the requirements of the platform. Shortcut with a custom icon for dynamic tree application when it's installed on Windows. Okay. But these are these. Where is some application with constant? Image modifications. Runtime modifications. Resources. Wonder see what Launch4j. This is Launch4j. I think has been around for. I have a feeling it's pretty robust. Wraps jars in Windows native executables and allows them to run like a regular Windows program. Possible to wrap applications on Windows, Linux, and Mac. Also creates launchers for jars and class files without wrapping. Doesn't extract a jar from executable. Native pre-Jerry splash screen and BMP format. Show until Java application start. Download page if an appropriate Java version cannot be found, or support website in case. Register Java using past environment variables and register. So I wonder, that's weird. They don't actually have support for you including a Java executable, whereas JPackage does. I say that. does have a Maven plugin though, which is really good. And it's a BSD license. So what? $2022. Summary. Oh. How about, oh, here we go. Java installer builder. This used to be free. Don't know if it still is or not. Oh, these guys took over JProfiler, huh? EJ Technologies? Okay. I mean, I've used JProfiler before. It's really good. exe4j, install4j, okay, Linux installation note. Have archives, okay. But why does this, why I'm concerned here that this looks like it's not free anymore. Source project. Non-profit open source projects with established website and a released product. Yeah. Not a fan of this. Single license. Holy shit. The standard multi-platform edition license. Single license is $2,200 fucking dollars. You have got to be fucking insane. Absolutely fucking insane. There is no fucking way. No way whatsoever. Holy shit. That's like, they're literally insane. They're completely insane. Like, that doesn't, that does not compute. That does not compute at all. Okay. Guide to A package project. No, include OpenJK runtime in some applications. There's no need for third-party repo anymore. Wait, build? Java 15. In Java 14 called JPackage. Okay. If platform hides the internal dependencies and setup configurations. JDK and the software needed by the packaging tool. It needs to have the underlying packaging tools used by the package. Okay. So RPM dev on Linux. Red Hat Linux, we need the RPM build package, we need fake root package. Third-party tool WIC. Or later, the application packages must be built on the target platform. Means to package the application for multiple platforms. We must run the packaging tool on each platform. Boy, that's stuck. So in order to build the package, I have to run it on all the different systems. Which I can do Linux and I can do Windows, but I have absolutely zero Mac things. So that's going to be a pain in the ass. If I want to like generate the installer for Mac. Okay. So first of all, I don't have a so what do I have to do to this doesn't generate installer. What I really want is an installer so that the users can choose what directory they want to put their thing in. I mean, I guess I can just tell them, you know, copy this over as part of the installation instructions, copy this over the folder you want it to be in, and just assume the folder that you're in is the folder you want to install to, I guess. So that might not be that big a deal. Oh. Have a generate. Real native. A package bundle built with a built-in JRE wraps native Explorer executable. A package with a JX browser into native installer and executable. Packaging. Yeah, a bunch of jar files in one folder. JPackage handle the rest. JPackage, but you still have to run JPackage on every thing, though. What the hell is JX browser? Oh, add Chromium web browser to your Java. I mean, that's kind of nice. So, all right. So it looks like everybody's like, JPackage. Use JPackage, which I can understand. I mean, it comes with a JDK now, and it's new, and it will generate it'll generate it the proper JRE, I guess, or JDK. I mean, yes, installer. Professional. Let's just, before we look any further, what does this cost? $400 per user per year. Okay. Not even going to look any further at that. Install builder. From Java application install builder, bundle JVM. Okay. Okay. How much is this? Oh, well, that's fun. So professional is $2,000. And then on top of that, if you want to do Linux, another $1,000. Yeah. Okay. Open source installer generators in Java. This is probably no. Mini installer, liftoff Java installer, Packlet LZ pack. Where a Java virtual machine is available. I need one that will me package a Java virtual machine. Java service wrapper. That's hell. Ant installer generator. Oh my god, for Ant build script. Nobody using Ant anymore. Crap. And bundled together. Yeah, okay. We'll find the right tools. And nobody answered. That was 5 years ago. Awesome. Great. Fantastic. How about the JetBrains 4? What did I say here? So NSIS is one that always looked interesting. The null soft scriptable installs. This is also like super duper old. I don't know if it even works anymore. Well, their wiki certainly doesn't work anymore. What's their latest news? Nothing? Ah, latest news as of 2019. I mean, it is an installer and they're not going to change that. Still. Download. Oh, here's 3.10, which is 2024. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. release note. I actually have release notes. Hilarious, because that's so hard to find anymore. You know. Oh, I want to download it. I want to get it. Whatever. But how does this work anymore? Prescriptable Win32. Installer, uninstaller system. Oh, but it's only, that's right, it's only Win32. Not cross-platform. Well, threw me silent. Okay. Yes, that's not gonna work. So I'm in a Windows installer, so I'm gonna have to use JPackage, I guess. Which means I'm not gonna be able to do an installer for Mac. I mean, is what it comes down to. I mean, I'm glad I have something, but even this isn't really an installer. It's just kind of, it's just assuming stuff right away. So I guess is fine. I'll just have to give all instructions, I suppose. Your application is installed in the default platform-specific installation directory described in defaults for options not specified. Following defaults apply to options that are not specified when running JPackage. Package type is platform dependent. On Linux, the default is Deb for Debian Linux, RPM for other versions of Linux. Mac OS, the default is DMG. On Windows, the default is EXE. Generate a different type of package, use a type option. Generate a package written to the current working directory. To write a package to a different location, use a destination option. Name of the package is generated from the name of the application and the application version. If no application name is provided, the name of the main jar or module is used, followed by the version. Defaults to 1.0. For example, hello world-1.0.c. Java runtime is generated during the packaging processing using the JLink command. The add modules and bind services options can be used to add items to the runtime. Part of the packaging process, package a custom runtime. Use the runtime image. Installation directory is platform specific. On Linux, the default is /op/application name. Mac application to application name. On Windows, default is C program files application name. If the win per user install option is used, the default is C user's username app data local application. Those are pretty standard, so I guess that's fine. The name of the application directory defaults to the name of the application. Give the directory a different name using the installed dir option. A non-modular application package can be packaged by providing just a location of the files to package and the name of the main jar file. also used for other options as a crowd packaging application. Following command when run on a Windows system packages a non-modular application in the My Samples AW app directory with the main class and the Hello World jar file. Package a modular application. Modular application package can be packaged, providing just the location of modules to package, blah, blah, blah. Identify application with package metadata. Name, application version, describe the application, set the vendor, copyright. Okay. I'm assuming, I bet there's like a Maven. Yeah, figured it. A package is not bound to any phase within the Maven lifecycle and therefore is not automatically executed. Therefore, the required phase must be specified. That makes sense. How to use it can be found in the usage page. Create application installer from the predefined. Method creates an application installer from the predefined application image created on the previous step. Find the app image tag with the path the application image as the value created on the. So wait a minute. So, create application image from a predefined runtime. This creates an application image from a predefined runtime image created by the JLink tool. Probably look at what the JLink tool does. To find a runtime image tag with the path the runtime image as the value created previously by JLink. DK path. JK home path, which provides the tool needed. If not specified, the JPackage tool executable will find in the following order. Package specifies the name of subdirectory relative to the destination directory, which files the generic application image replaced. Okay. Specifies the type of package to create. Platform image XD MSI. Default value is platform dependent. Doing an image. Find runtime image, the application image. So I guess if you generate an image, then all you have to do then is copy that image to the other platforms and then just run a platform specific one, I guess. I'm not even sure. I guess that's what we'll talk about in the next one here. Version application or package, vendor, icon, Java options. Overwrite the original command line options or build additional alternative launch. Okay. Resources. Alright, so then application image, and then create an application installer. Okay. Directory contain the required version of JPackage. Define app image tag with path application image. I create the previous step. Alright. So MSI The location of the predefined application image that is used to build an installable package. Properties file that contains the type of key. But I wonder, like, you can specify MSI here. Does that mean? Like, if you, like, can I build the Windows MSI along with the Linux deb/rpm on the same system, or do I have to be running that? It seemed to me like you have to be running that on Windows to generate an MSI for it. Now the question there, though, is if I'm generating an MSI, is it going to let the user? It's an installer image. Is it going to let the user change the install directory and stuff like that? Like, I would think it would let them at least change the install directory and probably show like a license thing, and maybe provide them a way to a desktop shortcut, but that's probably all it could do, because it doesn't look like it has any other thing here to specify anything else. I can see this is going to be an interesting thing. I think at this point they would have provided a cheap and relatively easy way to do these installers. I mean, worst comes to worst, I do my own installer, I guess, but I really don't want to go down that path if I can help it. An application installer, avoiding any immediate. Vendor at name. I mean, this is probably what I would do. Likely what I would do, I guess. I can see the advantage of just creating an image, because you could probably yeah, you generate the image and then just copy the image over to another system and then just run that. You know, I can see both here. But I wonder how the time and application images with JLink. Number of modules, software modules, as well as those make up your application, link them into a runtime image. Like JDK that you can download, but contains just the modules you picked and the dependencies they need to function. If those include your project, the result is a self-contained deliverable of your application, meaning it does not depend on a JDK being installed in the target system. JLink can further optimize image size and improve VM performance, particularly startup time. Images which contain project-specific modules, so going out over the helpful distinction between runtime images and which subset of JDK and application images contain project-specific. JLink just links bytecode. It does not compile it into machine code, so no ahead of time compile it. Two pieces of information. Modules to start with, which folder create the image. Given these command line options, JLink resolves modules starting with the ones listed with add modules, but has a few peculiarities. Services are not bound by default. Optional dependencies are not resolved, and they need to be added manually. Automatic modules are not allowed. Just this when we get to application. If any problems like missing or duplicate modules are encountered, to resolve modules end up in a new runtime image. So Java based automatic module. Yeah. Li code a class path named module. For every jar on the module path that has no module descriptor, the module system creates an automatic module. Don't think I'm going to need to worry about that because all of my code is going to be inside of a war file. And it's going to be run by Jetty. So all I have to do though is just make sure that my launcher, I guess, at most has a module. Probably. Maybe. May not even be that big a deal based on what I've been seeing. Because we'll be building it through Maven. The trick is going to be, I think I'm not going to package the, like, we'll have Jetty in there. I think I'm not going to package the war file. Because that way, because one of the things the launcher is going to have to do is be able to check for updates. I think what I'll do is have the launcher, when it starts up, check to see if there's a war file there. If there isn't, it'll go download, or well, one way it'll check to see if there's a newer version. If there's a newer version, it'll go out and download the war file from GitHub automatically. Maybe. I think that, yeah, I think that would be good. Though I don't have to do that right away. I could just package the exe in, or the war file in there, because the war file's got everything needed for my application to run, so I don't have to worry about modules and stuff. It's just a file that has to be included with everything else. So as the MVP, I could just do that and then look into having like an updater of some kind. Generating a native launcher. What I'd like to see is what it looks like. Generating a native launcher. Application modules can include a custom launcher, which is an executable script built on Unix-based operating systems, batch on Windows. The image is bin folder that is pre-configured to start the JVM with a concrete module and main class. To create a launcher, use the launcher option. Oh, I wonder. I wonder. This is Jay's link, right? Wonder if that's how I can get around it. Like, I wonder if I put a launcher in there, when you run the executable that's generated, would it then launch my launcher, which then could provide all the options needed to reduce. Wonder. See, that's where I'm lost a little bit. Like, it's generating an MSI file, but then what is that? Does that come with its own built-in non-changeable launcher UI, or does it, or installer UI, I mean, or does the installer become whatever you have listed as the launcher, and then from that point on you can run with it? And that's what I'm not sure about. I wish they had pictures of what this looks like. Generating images across operating systems. While the bytecode your application Java library jars contains independent of any operating system, you need an OS-specific Java virtual machine to execute them. That's why you download JDK specifically for Linux, macOS, and Windows, because that is where JLink pulls platform modules from. The runtime application images it creates are always bound to concrete operating system. Oh, nice. Fortunately, it doesn't have to be the operating system on which you're running JLink. Cool. That's what I was thinking. So really, I just have to have versions of OpenJDK downloaded. Well, actually, not OpenJDK, but I'll probably bring like Eclipse Xamarin down. I'll have versions of like Eclipse Xamarin for the different operating systems, and then I just have to point it at the different operating system JDKs, and then that will generate the appropriate stuff right from the one machine, right from Linux, and then that's good, because that means I could generate a Mac one without ever touching a Mac, which is beautiful in my eyes. If you download and unpack JDK for different operating systems, you can place this JMods folder on the module path when running the JLink version from your system's JDK. The linker will then determine that the image is to be created for that other OS, and will hence create one that works on it, but of course not on another. So given JDKs for all operating systems your application supports, you can generate runtime application images for each of them on the same machine. For that to work without problems, it is recommended to only reference modules from the exact same JDK version as the JLink binary. So for example, if JLink has version 16.02, make sure it loads platform modules from JDK 16.02. I mean, that makes sense. Okay. But JLink comes with the JDK, so basically it's just saying don't mix and match JDK versions across platforms. Right. That's very reasonable. Verify this image is specific for Windows. Check app image ban, which contains a Java image. Learning how to generate an image for with your application, so you can optimize it. Most optimizations reduce image size and some improve launch times a bit. Check out the JLink reference options you play with. Okay. I really want to have an example. Can I see like a Can I see it? YouTube video, give me something here. I want to see what the resulting image. I want to see it actually in it. Load dependencies. Just doing a command line thing. Depth. Release jars. Link plugins. Oh, my God. Just like show it running, for Christ's sake, so I can tell what the hell it actually works. God damn. I'll just have to put it together and see how it comes together, I guess. I wonder if there's a package in
Hello, my name is Adam Bean, and today I would like to create an install.
package, down app, target, main class. Okay. BMG installer. Okay. First giant head is blocking most of the command lines, so that's great. That package. So all it did was run it. All it did was make it an executable. Really all that. Custom Jerry. Okay. So all right, well that's not okay. That's fine. So if it's just that it's going to make it executable, then I will be the installer, I guess. Really, essentially. So it just means that when you run it, I guess that's the same for the MSI package as well. Oh, although I don't know what the advantage over making an MSI package would be over just having an EXE that runs. But that just means that I will yeah, that just means that I will be the installer, essentially. Which means the launcher app would then have to run the initial install steps, which is not a huge deal if it doesn't find anything. And what that really means is, as part of running it, part of launching it for the first time, I would just look in the current directory wherever you've dropped it, and if I don't find files that I'm expecting, then I can assume that you're installing it, and then I can just ask for an install directory and then create that install directory. Although you can specify an install directory. The other thing, but I guess you can specify it, but that's only if I guess it will copy it to that install directory when they run it. Is a question. Put main jar, main class. New package starts automatic. We can start to plug in manually. Oh, so will run every time? Oh, if you put it in the verify phase. So if you don't specify a phase, fine. And probably what I want. Okay. Part of this, though, is the package. Find runtime. The output files are placed. A home path which provides the tool needed is not specified. The package tool to be defined in the following order. So I have to point at the JDK, but if I want to do multiple JDKs, I guess I'll just have to specify multiple configurations. That's even possible, I guess. So I'm wondering, a package, Maven, plugin, multi. Okay. Let's see. Well, okay. plugin. Let's see if it does multiple. Multiple plugin executions and plugin management and choose them from much. The only executions you have to configure. Here's how I dealt with the version before. Huh? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Right, the configuration section comes under the executions section. I always forget that all these plugin pages exclude all the containing ML tags. So I can do multiple executions and they'll all have the same, all have different configurations. Okay, that's all right. This is, I get, yeah. Because it's like you look at this and it's like, oh, it's plugin, and then configuration, but then they don't talk about the fact that you can do executions and then have configuration there. Always throws me off because they all should support that. That's a main thing. So, okay. But what you can do there to make the build go faster is generate an image like they had on the one execution and then have the other executions take that image and generate the different platform things on a different. Although I wonder, image. Location of the specified runtime image. The package one JLink to create the runtime image. I guess no, I wouldn't be able to do that because it's using JLink to create the image. And JLink is going to have to run from whatever JVM, whatever operating system JVM runs it. But then wait, how does that? Oh, that's right. So I'm running JLink with. I'm running the Linux version of JLink, but I'm pointing it at modules of a different JVM. Do they have that here? The type image that was copied to image will run JLink to create the runtime image. Okay. But JLink, let me see. Which JLink? But it's an executable. Or it's not a jar file. So how does that work? If I tell JLink add modules launcher man pages verbose modules press the resources launcher name module /me collect. Oh, module path. There you go. It's not specified. JDK's JMods directory will be used if it exists. Specified but does not contain the Java base module. The JDK's JMods directory. So module path is what you set. So can you set module path here? Version vendor module. The module or main jar option can be specified. Not. Main class. Runtime. Launcher specifies options to be added to or used to overwrite the original command instead of launcher. Okay, Win Conf. I mean, that's good for having different installer basically for each operating system if you need it. Which might be useful. Let's see. Win console resource directory. Besides location resource directory override JPackage resource. Icons template files. But how do you specify the specify the the association, here's my application image, app name, license, resources. Oh, WinDir chooser. Enable adding a dialog to choose a directory in which the product is installed. Oh, so it does have some kind of installer that it will do. On a per user basis. Enable creating a desktop shortcut for your application. UUID associated with upgrades for the app. Was that just for Win? I mean, I don't need it to do a whole lot. I don't need to do much. Although I would like it to run a script. I come down to I'm going to have to play around with this to see what actually happens here. The problem is I want to build multiple operating systems. I'm not sure exactly how that works right now. Resource dir. This file install directory. I mean, worst comes to worst, I just run it. I use my command line Maven runner to just run the command line directly. Give it the stuff. I wonder though, module path, add modules, module. Do these correspond to the actual Hands here. Oh, here it is. Module path. Where did they say that module path? Wait, modular application uses filing parameters. Module path. Non-modular application. Main jar. You do main jar and main class, but documentation. You can do main. Main jar, main path. LT as a thing on J-Link. Oh, that's probably a package. Oh, there we go. Manage resource directory, all directory license file, all associations app image, without URL. Okay, here's main jar, main class. Either module or main jar can be specified, but not both. Got it. And launcher. Name of the launcher and path or properties file that contains a list of key value pairs. Argument. Use multiple times. Application image. One-time image that will be copied into application image. Okay, J-Link options. Cast the J-Link module path. The path is either a directory of modules or the path to a modular jar. This option can be used multiple times. So it says here. What I'm gathering here is I should be able to specify a module path and the main jar application launcher. These include these module, main jar, main class, description, arguments, Java options, app version, icon, launcher service, Win console, Win shortcut, Win menu, Linux app category, Linux shortcut can be used. The options are added to or used to overwrite the original command line option to build an additional alternative launcher. The main application launcher will be built from command line option. Additional alternative launchers can be built using this option. The option can be multiple times to build multiple. Okay. So it would behoove me to have like 2 launchers at least. One for Windows, one for Linux. I don't see anything here specifying Mac. I guess we'll do it, but won't none of these apply, I guess. Launcher as service. Perfect. Oh, create an installer that will register the main application launcher as a background service tab. Platform dependent options for creating application package. Category, Linux shortcut. VM license type. approve these. And maintainer, package name, package dependencies. Well, it looks like to me that I can most importantly specify a module path regardless of whether I do the main module versus main jar thing. Well, it's looking like to me. So I don't know what input. They're just input. Oh, input. Path in the input directory that contains the files to be packaged. The path are relative to the current directory. All files in the input directory will be packaged. Okay. Have content and comma separate list of paths, files, and/or directories to add to the application payload. What? Okay. Alright, so that just goes up. But we can still do a module path up. Alright. Module path. Set. Food output. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Interesting is what I say that. That'll be something we have to pack. But I understand a little bit more now going on there. Just a tiny bit more. Worst case scenario, it sounds like I have an executable that can run, and then I just have to handle the install detail. If what comes vanilla isn't very good or what I really need. So, okay. No biggie there. All right. Wow, I was only trying to kill like 20 minutes with that, and I killed over an hour. Well, that's me trying to learn things, I guess. Learn very slowly. I think that's going to do it for me for tonight, my friends. Tomorrow night, we'll be back doing some more Horizon Forbidden West, and same with Wednesday night. And then Thursday night, we'll be back in Ghost of Tsushima. And then Friday night, we'll be right back here again doing some more code, along with Saturday afternoon as well. And that's the story as I know it right now, my friends. Let's see if there's someone online right now on the old Twitch place. There is not. Okay. So I'll let you guys just disperse on your own as you do. And I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. And hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, goodbye.
Same old story. Boy finds girl, boy loses girl, girl finds boy. Boy forgets girl, boy remembers girl. And girl dies in a tragic blimp accident over the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day.
Good year.
No, the worst.